3 Russian dream visions. In the past 11 days I have had 3 dream visions about Russia. I have never ever had so many dream visions as I have had over the past 11 days, and never have I ever had 3 consecutive dream visions about any event or any country. This is the first time I have had 3 consecutive dream visions about a single event shown from different angles. First Russian dream vision, 25th of March 2021. I put the video up saying I saw Russia unloading the largest tank divisions I had ever seen. I explained in the video how many tanks there were. I then saw Russia take Latvia and Lithuania. Before looking at the map, I wrote what I had seen and produced the video. When I looked at the map, I clearly saw that not only had Russia taken Latvia and Lithuania, but they were off the coast of England. I saw the Stalin organ pointed at England that I saw on the 8th of July 2019, and in that dream I was shown our century of bondage comes undone, and that a threat comes to the UK starting in 8 months' time. I said in that dream, which I have linked in the video below, that I saw a Stalin organ pointing in the direction of the UK. It is interesting that in March 2020 the laws would be shot in the UK. I then saw the laws shelved. The laws were shot exactly 8 months later, with the common law and Magna Carta being removed with the lockdowns on March 19, 2020, which is exactly 1 year to the day from the first vision on the channel about the laws being removed. The laws being removed, shot out of the UK, and then being shelved are the removing of Magna Carta. It happened in March 2020, which is exactly when the angel being or messenger of God showed me that these events come to the UK. I saw the threat of Russia pointing to the UK, and we see this threat coming not long after the laws are finally scrapped in the UK, fulfilling the first dream vision in the UK, in which I saw international peace would be broken and a world war would begin. The Kill the Bill went through in March 2021, which is resulting in all this civil unrest you see picking up in the UK. In the same month we saw Russia roll out their tanks. I mentioned I saw it before it was reported in the news. Second Russian dream vision, the third.
Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Well, there's one truth about humanity and being a human being, and that is that we all live in our own little bubble. Yeah, we have our own sense of reality, what's true and what is not. And unfortunately, a large amount of that reality is actually predetermined by the fake mainstream media and the message that they push out. Now, the truth is very, very different, and anyone who watches lovinglifetv.com will have seen that to be self-evident a long time ago. Of course, we just have to go no further than COVID-19, the vaccine rollout, vaccines are safe, all this sort of crap that they've been pushing out there. Well, when it comes to Russia, I put out a video a couple of hours ago where I said World War III has actually started. And I've just come across this article that's just in the last hour been posted on zerohedge.com. And the headline is, Russia demands Lithuania lift openly hostile blockade. Panic buying ensues. Now, you've got to understand that Lithuania is on or very close to the border of Russia. And of course, you've got Latvia and Estonia, which are on the border of Russia. These 3 countries are NATO countries, in complete defiance of the agreement signed when Russia split up. No country east of Germany was supposed to be allowed to become a NATO country because of their position or proximity to Russia. Now you've got the 3 sisters. You've got Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia in the northern part of Europe, bordering Russia, who are all members of NATO. And sandwiched between Poland and Lithuania is this little territory called Kaliningrad. And it's quite sizable. It's about half the size of Estonia. But what is so extraordinary about Kaliningrad is that it's actually part of Russia. But it's cut off from Russia. It's separated by those three little sisters, Lithuania, Estonia, and of course Latvia, which are NATO countries. Now, with the war that's broken out in Ukraine, this is why I say we're actually in World War III. This is hot off the press. The Russian Foreign Ministry has responded to Lithuania's partial blockade of Kaliningrad, writing in a statement that they consider the provocative measures to be openly hostile, and warning that the Kremlin may take action to protect its national interests. If you don't think that's an escalation of what's going on the Eastern Front between Russia, Ukraine, and those Nordic countries, then I don't know what I can do to convince you. Let me tell you a bit about Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad is sandwiched between the European Union and NATO members of Poland and Lithuania. Supplies from Russia are delivered via rail and gas pipelines through Lithuania, which announced last week that it was banning the rail transit of goods subject to European Union sanctions, which included coal, advanced technology, metals, and construction materials. The statement read, "If in the near future cargo transit between the Kaliningrad region and the rest of the territory of the Russian Federation through Lithuania is not restored in full, then Russia reserves the right to take actions to protect its national interest." They have demanded that Lithuania immediately lift the ban on a number of goods to the Kaliningrad region. Now, I'm going to show you a little video clip which was taken in Kaliningrad, and you can see how people are just getting desperate. They're prepping. They're trying to make sure that they've got something in the cupboard, because they can see that they could well be out on a limb. Let's watch that little video. Okay, so let's read the statement by Russia. A strong protest was made to the head of the diplomatic mission in connection with the ban imposed by Vilnius on the rail transit of a large range of goods through the territory of Lithuania to Kaliningrad region without prior notice to the Russian side. We demanded the immediate cancellation of these restrictions. We pointed out that we consider provocative measures of the Lithuanian side that violate Lithuania's international legal obligations. First of all, the joint statement of the Russian Federation and the European Union on transit between the Kaliningrad region and the rest of the Russian Federation of 2002 to be openly hostile. We have stated in this connection that if cargo transit between the Kaliningrad region and the rest of the territory of the Russian Federation through Lithuania is not restored in full in the near future, Russia reserves the right to act to protect its national interest. Earlier Monday, the Kremlin called Lithuania's announcement unprecedented and in violation of everything there is. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, in a statement to the press, said, "The situation is more than serious and it requires a very deep analysis before formulating any measures and decisions. Lithuanian Foreign Minister Gabrielis Landsbergis said that they were simply complying with sanctions imposed by the European Union and that they were taken after consultation with the European Commission and under its guidelines. He added, sanctioned goods will no longer be allowed to transit Lithuanian territory. Kaliningrad Governor Anton Alikovanov said that the ban, which was confirmed on Friday, affects roughly 50% of all imports. He urged citizens not to panic buy. And you can see what's going down there. I've showed you the video just a moment ago. Quite possibly, the biggest Russia-West provocation of the entire 4-month-long war in Ukraine occurred this weekend. But few in the media establishment seem to be taking notice of the singular event which has the potential to quickly spiral towards an out-of-control World War III scenario. The Baltic, European Union, NATO members, Lithuania has implemented a ban on all rail transit goods going to Russia's far western enclave of Kaliningrad, after transport authorities initially announced the provocative measure on Friday. Reuters wrote, the EU sanctions list notably includes coal, metals, construction materials and advanced technology, and Alikhanov said the ban would cover around 50% of the items that Kaliningrad imports. This has given way to fears of panic buying breaking out in Kaliningrad Oblast, which is Russian sovereign territory on the Baltic Sea, but which is sandwiched between Lithuania and Poland, and is thus reliant on overland shipping for passage via its European Union neighbors. Anton Alikhanov, the governor of the Russian Oblast, which has a total population of just 1 million people, with Kaliningrad city including almost half that number, is urging calm. Alikhanov said on Saturday, I am urging citizens not to resort to panic buying. 2 vessels were already ferrying goods between Kaliningrad and St. Petersburg, and 7 more would be in service by the end of the year. Our ferries will handle all the cargo. Russian officials and media have long warned that what they dubbed Western's aims to blockade Kaliningrad, crucially the European Union enforcement measure